Hi, everybody. It's Erin and Simon with Assets and Arbitrage. We have a shorter show for you today. Unfortunately, you know how much we love our long 2 hour drag out conversations with the cousins, but we got to cut it just a little bit short today. So the show will probably be closer to just an hour. Um, there isn't a lot of news this week. We do have a few things for you,
Yeah,
but
some interesting news, maybe even borderline funny news.
hilarity.
Um, it's a quick turnaround on Monday to Wednesday, so not much going
Um,
on. But we'll go over the things that need to be gone over here in the beginning as we wait for people to enter the room. So as we always say, be stacking, be stacking, be stacking your satoshis and your ounces, and anything else that you may be stacking in.
if you needed that, babe.
So yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta
I
stay
feel like
stacking.
we used to remind them something else, and we just stopped reminding them of that something else. You used to have something else besides stacking ounces, stacking sats.
Stack whatever you can stack, man. I stacked a new Hot Wheel today.
I bought the new Hot Wheel today. If Nicole is on,
Yeah, I was
I should say crit work. I'm calling her by her government. That's my bad. Um,
yeah.
but I bought the. Now the thing is, though, it wasn't low mintage, and I didn't realize that till I was on the way home looking at it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I got in the car, it looked like
Yeah, read the details on it.
but it was like them old school muscle Corvettes.
Yeah,
So I
it's a
kind of thought it was
Stingray.
gonna have low
Yeah,
vintage. It
it's a
didn't.
Corvette Stingray. Low mintage in regards of 250 minted.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
in that
but
regard.
typically your cars be like one
Yeah,
out of
so
five.
yeah, I like the 1 out of 5s and stuff, man. I catch them slipping. Sometimes they be trying to overcharge me down here in El Centro.
Poncho be trying to
We trying to
overcharge
overcharge them,
him.
man, but we get to hashing it out, man, and we find a good mid price where we could agree.
That's Poncho.
Yeah, yeah, I go down to him because he got all the good stuff, man. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna tell you though, right?
he got the good cars, so
What
I
we
gotta go get
do
him.
when we go there, because Tino be wanting a whole bunch of stuff, and if we take Junior 13, so
Nah,
he's still
man,
at that like tween age where he's still a kid, but he's also like,
man, he wants
I'm a
something.
man. He wants something,
He
right?
wants something goofy like a water
So
gun.
everybody pick up a whole bunch of stuff, and then I just kind of nod my head at Simon. So when he gets a ridiculous car price, all the stuff that I put on the counter, I be like, oh no. And I pick all of the stuff back up. We gotta play good cop, bad cop. I pick all of the stuff back up, start putting it back on the shelves. Like, yep, we gonna go get something somewhere else. And then Poncho, it's his mom, really. Is that his mom or his wife?
I think it's his
I
mother.
think it's his
She
mom.
be
She
trying to
mean
run.
as hell. I can't
She be trying
stand
to
her.
run the prices up a little
Poncho's real
bit.
nice though. I like Poncho. And I think the shop belongs to his mother, and that's the problem.
Dang.
But Poncho will kind of backdoor deal, like, okay. He'll be like, Senora Simone, I. That's what he says when I start to put stuff back. I. Uno momento. Permíteme. That's like, give me a minute. And cause honey, I start snatching stuff off the counter, put it right back on them shelves. I start hanging stuff back on the little racks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I ain't paying that for that, and I ain't gonna buy none of this other stuff either.
Yeah, so you gotta be stacking, man. Stacking anything that could be of value.
I'm stacking journals, y'all. It feels this
Of
way.
value. So
I can tell
things of
them
value. I'm sorry, go ahead.
it is a value, right? Let freedom ring. We're just kind of waiting for some cousins to come in,
Yes,
but y'all
sir. Let's
piling pretty
freedom
fast,
ring.
so we're gonna get to the point here quickly.
Boom.
Guess who stepped in the
I
room?
see I see you in here early, so maybe we're
Yeah, he
late.
was almost first. Let freedom ring been first.
Yeah, we were
Let
late.
freedom ring been getting you, cousin BK Crypto. He been getting you.
Yeah, we were late today.
We're always late. It's me.
Yeah,
I'm
I
always
mean,
late.
so
It's a packed day between our personal businesses and my gig. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'll be having hella meetings during the day. Anyway, I just got a great new productivity planner, journal, affirmation, gratitude, all in one.
try to get one.
It's coming. Pause. I bought him
I didn't get one.
the budget planner. The problem is family, right? Because you're dealing with men. They don't want these beautiful colors that I pick out. They want black or slate gray or what else?
Hey, don't break too many.
Executive leather brown. I'm gonna show the cousins all the stuff I do.
Not all of them.
Yeah. This is my gratitude journal. It's orange, beautiful. This is my dream log, purple. This is my book reading log, right? So cousins, y'all better be reading at least a book a month.
That depends on what level books you're reading.
Don't read a Lynn Alden book a month,
Okay.
right? It's gonna take you all year to read that book. But productivity books are very easy reads. It's June 12th. You guys know we're headed to quarter 3. So if you haven't been doing it, start planning. I keep telling you guys, it is worth, I think Amazon Prime now is like $15. It just comes out the checking account. I haven't really looked at it, but I think the last time I saw it, it was about $15. If you have Amazon Prime, and I know most of you do, check out the Kindle Unlimited. Lots of free books, productivity, Afrocentric, Bitcoin centric.
Yeah, I just got a new book. You guys might want to check out. I don't know. I don't know how much it costs since we got it on there.
All of our style. I do everything Kindle Unlimited, so it's free.
Okay, but it's called Mental Mathematics. Is
By
that correct?
Dr. Nuri Muhammad.
So Nuri Muhammad, if you guys are familiar with him, he's from the Nation of Islam. Great minister, great brother. He is the student minister of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. So he's been up underneath the minister and getting that tutelage,
like directly, right? Not even indirectly, but
and
directly.
I'm not a NOI member or nothing like that, but they do have good information and good knowledge. They've dropping some gems
too,
and a lot on discipline.
I was going to say that the overarching theme for the Nation of Islam, because you can learn everything from everyone, or you can learn something from someone, is they are well disciplined and structured. So if you do get a chance to read their books, they're well put together. Facts on facts, right? No lie. Don't matter how people feel about them. Where's the lie? In their writing?
Yeah, there's going to be some pushback on some things that were done, but we're on top of that, man. It's about the information. They used to say, "Don't worry about the messenger, worry about the message."
But nah, Nuri Muhammad, he's solid.
And also,
you like that messenger.
Also, if you notice, low key, some black people, I guess maybe more famous black people who are Afrocentric is the word she used. I'd say pro-black. Maybe some of our
pro-black built. I like that.
Some of our foundational Black Americans use Fruit of Islam for security. And if you're familiar with them, Fruit of Islam is the
security arm,
like the army, So the military part of the Fruit of Islam. Am I correct in saying that Beyonce replaced her?
No, Jay-Z replaced Beyonce's security team, but he also has NOI. Well, FOI.
That is FOI, Fruit of Islam.
I meant to say FY, but he also has them. But when she got snatched off that stage, he fired everybody and got the FOI for her. Tariq Nasheed uses the FOI. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed.
I think Zoe Williams uses them from time to time.
Oh, for his speaking engagements. We have to protect him, y'all.
Yeah, Zoe's close with
but a lot of
Brother
the rappers,
Tony Muhammad, who is the what would be their leader title over the mosque out there in LA, but he's the...
Don't get me to start lying.
You know what I'm talking
about.
Hierarchy. Yeah, I forget sometimes.
I was in the Air Force. I wasn't in the NOI, so I don't know.
Yeah, so he's real tight with Brother Tony Muhammad.
Sure, we'll show you real quick, y'all. Let me pull it up for y'all. And
so what?
He wants to see the book and the author.
Which book?
The one we're talking about, baby.
You talking about dream journals?
No. He's talking about Dr. Nuri Muhammad's book.
Oh yeah.
Mental. I don't have my Kindle on here, so I just have to pull it up. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. Damn it.
It hurts and it doesn't feel at the same time.
No. I bet it hurts because you can't feel it. Sorry. Is it NURI?
Yeah, why you having a hard time finding it?
Because it's not on, I won't be able to share my screen, I don't think, from here.
Oh, just pull it up on Google.
But, baby. Y'all, 23 years of marriage. 23 years.
I'm just saying,
Here we
you
go. The
know.
mathematics of the mind. Okay, now I gotta pull it up.
Okay,
I have to pull the actual book.
I called the title wrong. Excuse me for that, y'all. You all, I called the title wrong there. I apologize for that.
Of the mind. Let this be y'all book for now. If you're using Kindle, here we go. We
There
got
we go.
nice and big for y'all.
Okay.
Why is it in Spanish?
Mm.
Um, don't worry about the Spanish part. It's written in English. I'm sorry, y'all. We do stuff in 2 languages. It's in English over here, but it's in Spanish on Chrome. So here we go. So I do want to tell you guys, as a published author, well, sometimes published authors can be, I don't want to call them poor righteous teachers, and I don't want to call them struggling artists, but their pennies are very important because of the work, the labor, the effort that goes into
You said it ebooks
writing
in
the
English.
book, right? What'd you say?
Said it ebooks in English.
Yeah, but y'all know we do stuff in multiple languages.
All right.
On Safari, which I can't use with Retype, with Restream, I have it in there and it's all in English. But
Yeah.
The Mathematics of the Mind by Nuri Muhammad and URI Muhammad. And they have great books. So maybe make that your June book of the month. It's only the 12th day in, or 30 days in June. Lots of time to get a book in. I also suggest that you guys get a notebook. You don't have to do what I did,
Oh, make the screen there.
but hopefully cousin got that. That was Willie Fells. Hi, cousin Willie Fells. How you
Hello,
doing?
sir. How you
I've
doing,
seen you
sir?
before, but I'm glad that you're back. Cousin T. Willine is here.
Hey,
You
T.
know, cousin
Willine.
Jake is here. He said you got to vet them prisoners and the
Jake
gangsters
Fever.
they let in. They
Jake
need to give up
Fever.
that old life immediately. That's so funny. BK Crypto said no hablo. You live in Brooklyn.
Come on,
You
man.
better speak some Spanglish, even if it's bodega Spanish. He said, okay, that's why I couldn't find it. Hi, cousin Bam. Tell
What's up,
CC I
man?
said hello. Tell my beautiful cousin CC I said hi.
Shout out to
Oh,
the
he just
Mrs.
finished
Bam.
it. He just finished reading it.
Oh, did you, man? That's incredible, man. It was good. Thumbs up. How did you like it?
Yeah, let me know, Bam, in the
Yeah.
chat. Cousin H. Cousin H been coming with them bars,
Cousin
right?
H, you
He
here?
been coming with them bars. Talking about the flavor in your ear.
What,
Fishy?
did you say something?
Delicious. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Steamy? Blotitious. Now y'all know that there's a lot of skepticism behind them bars.
No, we leave that man alone because he hasn't done
I didn't
anything.
say it was him. I said that it was just
That
some
man has not done
skepticism.
anything. There's a lot of people who've done some stuff. Leave that man alone.
But the producer of the video, the skepticism is legit, right? And we'll talk about that on another day. But I read about 3 to 4 books a month. Productivity books typically. He said delicious.
Yeah. Get some screen time.
So this book.
Get some screen time, man.
Baby. This book lets you log the books that you read and kind of write your thoughts out. It's not enough to write notes from the books like I typically do, but it is a journal, all the books I'll be reading. Well, for me, this quarter, but the book's designed for a year.
Let me see that book. I think this book is a very, very intricate tool. I wish personally I could use it myself. It's just not my thing. Not that this.
Oh, I thought that was a shot at me.
Hey, it's just I kind of read the book but this is good to keep.
Yeah, no, they have metrics of the book for you to do, especially cousin Willie Fells.
This is
it
really
sounds
good.
like you and Bam just finished it. You definitely should keep a log of the books you read, some notes to remind you of the highlights, the important aspects of the book. There's 32 people in the room. Okay. Definitely have some type of gratitude journal.
Hold on, before you go.
Right, so I'm just showing you guys.
Before
I do this every
I know
day.
we're all adults, but you get some nice stickers to remind yourself and to pat yourself on the back. I read 2 pages today.
Those are my stickers because when I do my entries, right, my entries are, I'm documenting, this is today because I just got this one. So every quarter I sit there. Simon wanted me to do more abundance because I'll be stressed out. I'll be stressing about the stuff we need for our house, the business. So it's my gratitude journal. And I showed y'all my dream log. Y'all should be recording your dreams if you have these weird, funky dreams. Productivity, to-do list. And lastly, this is the planner I use in the morning. It is an all-in-one, so it does the affirmations. I just got it yesterday, so I didn't get to do my entry really today. I got to finish it tonight. All the stuff you do, things you're excited about, your main goal, priority, schedule, to-do list, rate your productivity. And it's just a great way to keep on top of all of the
stuff that goes on. So you see all those books. Those are great books. Keep you in line. Keep you going straight down. Now I have one book, family. I have one book that I write in.
And it's my notebook.
It's her notebook. She gave it to me.
I'm the queen of notebooks. I always have a notebook.
But you know what my notebook is?
Budget.
It's budget and finance. That's what I'm writing in every day. So I need to know what was spent here, there. I write it in my log. You know, they keep a budget right there. For the people out there, what's the word? I can't even think of the word. I
must monitor my wife's spending.
Yes, there we go.
But it's good though, right? Because
it keeps me, man, and monitor your own spending
it
too.
It keeps me
monitor your own spending, the kids' spending.
Keeps me limber. What I want to say. Well, the kids, they don't other than PlayStation, Robux skins.
Yeah, but they sneak stuff
controllers. They sneak stuff in that, but it's just a few things. But
man,
Simon be running this house like we are good times. Like he's James and I'm Florida, and we ain't got the rent for the month.
So, family, if you're running your household like a business, there will be an accounting department.
The babies can have some gummy bears.
So, what happens in the accounting department when you work for corporate? You go to accounting and budgeting. You ask, is it in the budget for us or me to do this, that, and the third? And they'll say, yay or nay. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's how it is. It's just, is it necessary to buy another water gun? No. Doesn't matter how much.
He really wanted to say, is it necessary, Aaron, to buy another journal? Cousin Willie Fells wanted to know what it was. So if you go on Amazon, Cousin Willie Fells, and you type in Clever Fox, all of the different, like if she wants to record her dreams, if she wants to do gratitude, they have, and y'all know I use this one, it is the High Achievers 13-week planner. That is your 12-week year with a bonus week in order to get literally a year's worth of stuff done in 1 quarter. So you can find that on Amazon, y'all. We're not sponsored by them.
Yeah, and it's great. And so the little variation between the 12-week year and the 13-week year was the 12-week year gave you 4 weeks of quote-unquote vacation. Right, because it turns out to be 48 weeks instead of 52. The 13-week year powers through and says you're going to be productive every week,
but he also
without break.
He gives you a bonus week because every now and then you lose a day here, you lose a day there, and the idea is over the 12 weeks you may have lost a whole week, day here, day there. Mm-hmm. And that's the High Achievers planner. So when your days look like hours, 3:30 in the morning till about 10 o'clock at night. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get done. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be managed, stay on top of, follow up, so on and so forth. I am a little bit behind in checking emails, cousins. So I got some hate mail, and I got discouraged from reading the rest of it, but I'm going to get back to it. No, a couple of days ago.
You didn't read it to me.
I wasn't going to bother because it wasn't for you. It was for me.
Oh, what was the hate about?
Y'all know they don't like my stance or positioning as a traditional wife. And they certainly don't like how I hold you up in this throne.
I would like to hear this email.
No. I know time is moving quickly, but I didn't know we was having 12 weeks years. Yes, Cousin T will line. So the idea is that every quarter you would perform each quarter as though it was the entire year. So every week in the quarter represents a month. You're getting a month's worth of stuff done in 1 week, hence 12-week year. And the week adds up to a quarter. Now, the actual planner is designed in 13 weeks to give you a bonus week to get done the things that you need to get done. I know it's the same purple as my dream one, but you need to be able to to get everything done. So they break it up in weekly and then they break it up in monthly.
Yeah.
Like these are what certain days look like for us. And that's a day. So if 1 week represents a year, the days, even though there's only 7 of them, damn near represent a freaking what?
Oh, I had it broken down, but it means a few days. One day.
Right, it's several days
Yeah.
all in one day. So it's a way to, and like this is my schedule for that day. I just want to show you. And that's the stuff I kind of have to get done. How I felt today is blank because I had no words for it, but it's just a way to kind of keep you on your toes and get everything done.
And we're in a slow time because we homeschool the children, so that just adds all day more things to do, more initiatives to meet, and kids have projects and certain things that they're doing. We're getting them for ready for. Excuse me, man, get my mouth together. We're getting them ready for real world application type of things with the schooling.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with this Bitcoin and just getting them ready for understanding blockchain, and they understand it pretty well. They don't have the chance to use it, so we show them.
Yeah.
We show them with our accounts, and this is what you do, and understand everything. They understand precious metals really well.
Now, Baby Case does have a grade book. I know he wasn't going to bring that up, but when we talk about tracking and productivity, he's got his curriculum book and he's got his grade book.
And I've loosened up on it because
they're pretty good autonomously.
They're pretty good, and I just say, give me some effort, and they really get the subjects, and the subject matter, tying it together. Like anything else, the hardest subject you're gonna fight with is math. That's the hardest subject to fight with because people can't see the real world application of math sometimes as we get to these higher maths. You know how that goes, and so cats we got to start. We've been starting in trigonometry and stuff like that, and they have just certain questions on why we're fighting so hard with these right triangles. And I have questions too. It's just trigonometry. That's what it is. Y'all know that's what it is.
But it also got a spiritual aspect because, like, see, you got this bedroom, right?
Okay.
And our bedroom, and probably yours as well, has all of these corners. You have these square walls meeting another square wall.
Okay, yeah.
Your bed is rectangle.
Yeah.
But nature's Fibonacci sequence, which means everything is typically rounded. The trunks of trees, the shapes of leaves, there's no hard edges in nature. The reason there are no hard edges in nature is because the way energy flows, when you have two hard meets, it'll stop the energy. I don't know if you know that. They design these houses like this on purpose in order to stall and stop our energy. Your bed is a weird shape. Your bed could be round, right? My cousin Dawn had a extra large round bed.
Well, that's what they tell you. I mean, we don't want to go this deep into it, but that's why they tell you prison,
right? It's that cell, right? That square cell is designed to restrain energy. But that goes for your bedroom, your living room. You notice when you look at mansions. Okay, let's go back. Castles, and I promise we'll get to the point here with the actual show. Castles. If y'all remember castles back in the day, they had those round verandas. If you remember,
yes.
Right, they knew to make the round thing because they understood how energy worked. And typically, the king's bedroom would be in that round edifice, or the princess's bedroom would be there.
If you're familiar with castles and you've taken tours or things like that, you know they're not like great on natural light.
They're terrible.
Yeah, so you got to have something in there, to offset that.
But they knew that. So when they built the castle, now the king's, where the dining room was, that's a rectangle room, because understand that the king would entertain guests of dignitaries and so on and so forth. People who also had power like him, whether it's an alliance or, hey, we met, we not agreeing with this, we're going to go to war. And the idea was that table is rectangle, not to fit all of those people, but to restrain the energy from the opposing powers. That's why the dining room was always rectangle and the table was rectangle. It was also a way to show position of power. That's
Yeah,
why there's the head of the table,
of course.
right? But what did King Arthur have?
In a round
They
table.
had a round table. They wanted the energy to flow because everybody was in alignment. There was no head. We were all equals. But the energy of that power was supposed to, Fabinici style, flow and flow and flow and gain momentum and get more and more powerful. Why are we telling you this? Because it kind of sort of came up. But when you feel exhausted, I hear people now say, like, I went to sleep. I slept all night. I woke up this morning. I'm still tired. Your bed is rectangle. Your bedroom's rectangle. Your living room is like rectangle. Every room you spend time in, your cubicle, it is to restrain your energy to keep you not focused in the sense of let's focus and move and flow, but to keep you focused on what they want you to focus on. It's a way to restrain your natural energetic body. It's not good for our natural energetic bodies. That's why they tell you spend a lot of time outside.
Yeah, get a lot of natural light.
But get outside, don't stay in the house.
If you have to be in your house, have natural light coming in these rooms.
But understand, if y'all want to call it feng shui, understand the feng shui of your room will never be right because you have those corners that are there to restrain the energy there in the corner. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So keep those things in mind.
Like a bottleneck.
It's why most man-made things are squared off, rectangled off, have those sharp edges. You talk about a triangle, right? The pyramids was designed in a different way in order to cleanse your energetic body, right? That's why they don't let anybody go in the pyramids because they don't want people to have that type of rejuvenation. Mm-hmm. The original synagogues, if you guys remember, churches kind of look like castles. Where the worship room was, where the organ was, where the acoustics was, that room used to be that round room, right? Kind of like a castle. It would never be in the square part of the church. It used to be in that rounder part of the church due to the way some of the acoustics are, but understanding they wanted the energy of God to flow. That's why they got rid of those and gave y'all square churches. Yeah. They want to restrain the energy.
Love them, God, love them. Go ahead and get in. People was commenting good.
Chapel House. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining us. I haven't seen you for a while. I read all of that. We love you both. True examples of excellent. True examples of excellence and traditional private righteous living. Thank you for sharing with the world. Oh, we're so glad y'all like us. We're so nerdy. I had to get a bigger book though, y'all, because there's too much stuff. So,
but only one person has the budget book.
But the other person got the actual purse.
We'll let that sink in.
Checkmate.
Let that sink in.
I got the purse.
Hashtag shortfall.
I got the wallet. No shortfall. I got the wallet.
Hashtag shortfall.
I am a powerhouse revenue generator. You're welcome.
You see that? That's silver.
You're welcome.
That's silver. That's silver right there.
I'm a powerhouse revenue generator.
And a revenue spender.
He's thankful. I'm not a revenue spender. She said y'all are dope. Okay, babes. Do you want me to do mine or yours?
What's the title of the show? What's the title of the show?
Title of the show is Headlines. I want all Bitcoin made, not mined, made.
Is that the title
in
of the
the USA? Yeah.
Where's that? Really? That's what you put?
Yeah, I wrote headlines and then I quoted.
Okay.
You want me to do that first?
Yeah, you wanted to go to your... No? You want to do that last?
I'll do the rant last because we just did a whole thing that we didn't expect to do. So, you guys, I would like to hear in the chat from my chatters, my cousin chatters. Tell me how y'all feel about the presidential election. We're already in June, July, August, September, October. It's about 4 months left until the election.
Mm-hmm.
Almost down to the day in a sense. Chapel House said, I say we princes in the kingdom. Look at the princes. Respect. I do not have the round part of my house. We have to go outside. Everything's squared off over here.
Right at the stairs, but...
Oh, that's true. The stairs do go like this. We do have spiral stairs. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's
and
good.
Then with
hang out in that corner.
But the skylight right there.
And the round sky. Well, we have round skylights in the closet too.
That's square.
That one's square, but the one over there is round. Mm-hmm. So your presidential candidates are quite interesting. Let Freedom Ring said Trump 2024. I'm getting to that.
There
Let
we
Freedom
go.
Ring. Getting to that. Two terrible candidates. Hey, cousin Berto, how you doing? Hola, bienvenidos, Berto. Um, two terrible candidates. That's all he said. I thought he was writing something else. So Trump was headlined to say, now, granted, all jokes aside, I'm very excited that for the first time in a long time, we do have a strong supporter of crypto and Bitcoin. Somebody who's actually taking it seriously, and I say that jokingly. But he was headlined to say that he wants all Bitcoin made, not mine, in the USA. I mean, that's just it's not really anything to read.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just go over the briefs, but at least.
Um, Hold on a second, y'all. I just got to get rid of all of this stuff. Y'all know that the current sitting president is really not for crypto or Bitcoin. I need to just pull up the where he stated that. Vote with your money in 2024 Bitcoin election. Willie
Well,
Fells.
what he's saying is he met with a lot of officials yesterday at the White House. He did meet with the CEO. This is an article I read. The CEO of Bitcoin Magazine, and he says he wants to be the Bitcoin president, and he's going to go out out of his way to do anything and everything to protect it. So he is, I guess, he's pandering towards the Bitcoiners, cryptocurrency in general. But Bitcoiners are. They're a little different breed, a little different breed. We go a little harder than the average. So he is just putting things out there to make you enticed, maybe enticed.
Yeah, make you
enticed.
interested. So yesterday he was at an event where he quoted to be said, he said he would be the crypto president. This is the San Francisco-based tech executive that was at the event that took place yesterday. The crypto industry is increasingly trying to influence U.S. politicians. The current administration is not for crypto or Bitcoin. Trump touted crypto as important and stressed that he was very supportive. We do know that. I did want y'all to see the quote. I thought it was hilarious, and now I'm worried that
Yeah, if you lost it, it's okay.
I might have lost it. But you guys can just Google that. I think it was hilarious where he said, I want all Bitcoin mined.
Yeah, so he's trying to say made. But basically, what he's trying to say, he wants Bitcoin.
There we go. Here it is.
Okay, good.
I found it, y'all. Let me just make sure that's the right one. Okay, so this is it right here. Bitcoin mining may be our last line of defense against a central bank digital currency. So he's not for that. Biden's hatred of Bitcoin only helps China, Russia, and the radical communist left. That was a little funny. We want all the remaining Bitcoin to be made, not mined, in the USA. It'll help us be energy dominant. So obviously we know, and Trump has, and I quote, stated he's a huge fan of Bitcoin, loves what Clean Spark is doing because it's considered clean energy. And, he's really all for Bitcoin right now. You guys know, go back to what, babe?
I was going to say, just go back. Can you scroll down a little bit?
He's going to protect your right to own Bitcoin, to mine it and transact.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, this says, and I took off but I can read it to you. It's not any, you guys can find it. President Trump will protect your right to own Bitcoin, to mine Bitcoin, to transact with Bitcoin, and for many of us to work in the Bitcoin industry. So Trump is also looking to find ways to expand the already ever expanded landscape of the crypto industry and Bitcoin specifically.
Yep.
Right? So make no bones about it. Trump understands that the lion's share of the wealth is in Bitcoin. I do have some concerns about his actual knowledge of it, and not the collective knowledge.
I wouldn't say lion's share of wealth, but he knows a lot of new money, new wealth is coming up through Bitcoin.
But when I say the lion's share of the wealth, he does want to focus on Bitcoin, but he doesn't want to alienate cryptocurrency. He doesn't want to alienate the altcoins and stuff like that. That is some of the research I have done.
Yeah, but we all know Bitcoin is it's the granddad.
Right, and that's what he wants to focus on in a way that doesn't alienate Trump coins or meme coins or et cetera, et cetera. And y'all know that Trump coin done 5X'd. Humberto said Gucci. Cheers, y'all. T. Willine, these Democrats are going tit for tat. You know how the right says I'm voting for a felon. The left is now saying I'm voting for the fader of a felon. It's getting crazy out here. If you know, you know. What's up? Thank you so much for joining us, cousin. It doesn't matter who wins. It's business as usual. Trump wins, you might get a tax cut, spend your money on a good CPA, and you can get a tax cut now. Now, I will say this, right? I'm not for either or. I don't cape, but I do look at things somewhat objectively. I do my research. When Trump was in office, we cannot lie, people had money in their pockets, right? Trump is, whatever he got going on, he finds a way to stimulate the economy in some which way, shape, or form. He is a money man.
Yeah, and so he definitely is.
Remember, he would tweet and the market would just...
Like he said, though, it doesn't really matter who wins. I mean, it's just, you know, people bickering amongst each other. Mm-hmm. We live in a country where they just got their first woman Jewish president. It doesn't affect anything that we're doing.
Right? No, it doesn't.
She could have she's definitely left wing.
I don't like her, though.
Green initiative. She's got all these things she wants to do. Adding taxes, taxing the
people who don't pay taxes.
Wealth, yeah. And so, I
mean, ma'am, you know where you are.
I mean, listen,
this is not the U.S. and it sure sounds like Israel.
So they play a little game. Let me show you this little game they're gonna play with you out here in Mexico. And a lot of these places in Latin America, these games they're gonna play with you. Number one, they say stay close to the seat of government, right? What does that mean? Stay close to the capital of that country. Whatever the country may be, the seat of government, they will keep cleaner than most parts of the country. And a lot of these countries in Mexico, for sure, right? You go to Mexico City, down Polanco, where's the federal buildings at down in
they're all in the nicest colonia.
Roma Norte and all that. So they're in the nicest colonias of Mexico City.
Which would be neighborhoods. Now get on out here, go west. Go out to Sinaloa and Chihuahua and Bajo. Chihuahua.
Yeah, Chihuahua, Bajo, is it Bajo, California? Mm-hmm. You don't want to go to these places. Guerrero, these places are terrible. I mean, listen, these places are terrible. So when you spread out from the seat of government, now it's cowboy country. Now the narcos run it. The narcos run the government.
It's like an episode of Netflix, y'all.
The narcos run the police. The narcos run everything. Y'all know the story about when they tried to get El Chapo's son.
You know what
his stepbrother, his half-brother made a phone call, and then everything started happening. It was a whole firestorm came down on that city.
Like a movie.
Right. And remember the cop who actually arrested El Chapo's son.
Got shot 240 times?
Over 100 times.
Over 100 times. I thought it was over.
And so I can't call the number, but it was over 100 times. It was a lot of times.
They said it was 240 times.
And he ain't getting shot with no pistol.
And high artillery.
Yeah, he's getting. So get out here and it's cowboy country for real. Now you driving down the highway, you trying to go on vacation or something, and you got cartels just shutting down highway and just.
It's so bad in those areas that Pemex, which is the gas station here, so picture like Shell gas station in America, right? And you know that tanker just pulls up to the gas station, gets out, puts the gas inside the tanks at the gas station, and that is that.
Not here. They have a military, what would you call it?
They have a caravan has to go with and I'm talking about out west. So not like where we live or Mexico City or anything like that. They do get like one escort, but out there they have to get an entire caravan. So probably what would be equivalent to my active duty prior service, a squadron, not a battalion, but like a squadron size caravan in order to escort him just to put the gas inside the tanks at whatever gas stations he's supposed to deliver the gas to, because they'll just take the tanks.
Let's take the Detroit, yeah. And so it gets dangerous out here. So when you hear about the political people coming in and their initiatives and stuff, they're not even touching stuff out there. They're just dealing with the little stuff here. That's why I say it doesn't even matter for us. It's business as usual, no matter who the president is. You know, I know it's a big win here because he's the first female president and first Jewish president. Which I don't know why that's a big win,
Well, it's a big
but
deal because, well, she won by a landslide. We're going to get back to the point here in a minute.
yeah, let's get.
But she won by a landslide. But the idea is that there's a lot of apprehension because she is not Mexican. So the question is, whose objectives are you going to be focused and concerned with? Yours or ours?
Yeah.
The Jewish community in Polanco is a teeny tiny but very powerful community because they have all the money. That's the economic powerhouse of the seat of government. So it is a lot of surrounding speculation with it. They talk about how she straightens her hair to look Mexican. Obviously, with the Jewish descent, she has more like Afro Latina kind of curls.
Yeah, they're always gonna hide it, man. But we get to it. We understand. Like I said, it don't matter who the president is, and that's a good feeling once you get out here. You start moving around, you get your own freedom. You realize like people made you feel bad about voting. You're like, man, who am I voting for? I don't have access to vote for somebody here, and our lives don't really change. And we get to talk to people of influence if we need things done. So we take it to that level. But you know,
But I do want to say,
okay.
if Trump gets a hand in Bitcoin, which is what he is attempting to do, because I see he realizes
Mm-hmm.
the leverage of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is going to be a huge influence on institutional buyers to at least gain access through the ETFs.
Yeah,
and maybe privately
private
own
equity,
Bitcoin, own Bitcoin and stuff like that. So it would be good for adoption.
It could be.
I
good
think
for
Trump.
adoption.
I think it will be good
He'd
for
be
adoption.
better for adoption than yeah.
Well, Biden. So here's the other news, you guys, and I'm not going to read the article to you because I can just kind of tell you what's going on with it. So your boy Biden, who had all of this talk about regulations and they had to kind of roll back. They had to. I think it got vetoed. I think the senators got together and vetoed the security measures he wanted to put on cryptocurrency in general. 2 weeks ago, decided that he would soften his stance and maybe have a more endearing shift towards Bitcoin and crypto because he can see how much money. The article doesn't say this part. This is Aaron talking. He can see how much money that Trump has been raising via cryptocurrency and Bitcoin for the election campaign. Right? The space is really for Trump right now. And he's getting significant donations via Bitcoin wallets and cryptocurrency wallets for his campaign. Now, is he using it for the campaign? I hope so, because I don't know, like the law right now for campaign donations, I don't think it has the write-in for
cryptocurrency yet.
Cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. So if he doesn't use it for his campaign,
he's got to use it for something because he's down bad.
But they don't have access to the wallet. They can't audit the wallet.
Yeah, so.
Right? They can't confiscate the wallet. So if it doesn't get used for the campaign, then.
I mean, it doesn't. That's the people who donated to it.
Right. But I don't even know, do they care? Did you think about that aspect? Like, this is Trump, so like he will try to outsmart the system if he can. And the people that he has around him, that's what they do, is what they've been doing.
But that's what it's
since the 80s.
That's what it's getting down to. Like I said, you're losing high net worth individuals to El Salvador just because of policy that one president in El Salvador put in, that the president of the United States didn't put in, and they're moving. People moving their money. People not stupid. Okay, this flag theory's been around for generations. People with money will move their money. They will not sit in a place where their money is not being treated best.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Agreed.
before this happened, everybody was moving to Puerto Rico with the Act 60. Now I was
That had a
told
different problem,
I was
though.
told that had a different problem on the back end, but still the very rich profited off of it.
Yes, they did.
It's those who maybe not so rich had more problems than not. So it's just part of the game.
But
It's
the
part of the
cousins
game.
are talking to us.
Go
So
ahead.
if
Go ahead.
you know, said over $1 billion to Ukraine and Israel with no oversight or accountability. So he's talking about the administration,
Yeah.
current one. Over $40 million a week to Afghanistan, knowing that'll go to the Taliban. Not to mention, cousin, if you know, the amount of money printing that happens per quarter is in the trillions.
Yeah, and if you've seen earlier today or yesterday, when you said sending that money
Ukraine?
over to Ukraine, also allowing Ukraine to use weapons that were from the United States to attack Russia. I don't know if you guys read that story.
So what did Russia do?
What did Russia do? Russia sent some very high end what do you call them?
Nuclear submarines.
Nuclear submarines to the port of Havana, Cuba. So if you guys are familiar with Havana, Cuba, you know the back and forth. Cuba has always been very friendly with Russia, going back to the Cuban Missile Crisis. So they've always been friendly, comrades, if you will. And so now they have some top-notch, call them again?
Nuclear submarines.
Nuclear submarines.
But here's the kicker,
in the
y'all.
Port of Havana, which we all know Port of Havana is 90 miles
from Miami.
From Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 90 miles. 90 miles, that's an hour and a half drive. It depends on how you drive. It might be an hour, some of y'all, but that ain't nothing.
So
it's a little scary. And the United States has put their measures out and have their,
I'm sure it went to DEF CON. It had to. It's too close. But here's the thing, y'all. Nuclear submarines are typically under the water, hence the term submarine. No. Russia wants you to know we here. So the subs are actually just sitting on the surface where they can be seen. And again, even the threat of war is still a weapon of war.
It is. And also, man, I wish I had the article because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But they still have, if you go over to the port of Havana, they still have the cannons on the port
From the Bay of Pigs?
From
the Bay of Pigs?
No, from back from when the Spaniards.
Okay.
From back when Spain had excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. Back when Spain was over there in Cuba and they had those big black cannons. You know what I'm talking about? They sit like right on the port.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have those out and up as a show, like she said, of war.
Yeah, so even the threat of war is still a weapon of war.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of weapons of war, propaganda. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought we had more people to read.
I do. Because T. Willine said something that while we were on this course, I wanted to mention. Did I lose it? Before I get to T. Willine, Cousin H says, South Park said it's best for the election shows. It's a choice between the giant douche versus the turd sandwich. Reserve your vote for power management and who adds to your family community. Typically, neither do, but every now and then we do get a trinket, or as Tariq Nasheed would say, we get a butter biscuit every so often. Now, is the biscuit buttered or did you give us a dry ass biscuit? We'll see. Adoption needs to start at the state level at Freedom Ring. Agreed. Now, Cousin T. Willine say here, it'll pump the market, but Trump may not do what he says because he has done that before. They all do it, not just Trump, right? Drain the swamp, build a wall, COVID vaccine, et cetera, et cetera. Can we trust his Bitcoin message? That is the beauty of propaganda. He don't have to do what he said. All he has to do is let the public, the marketing, the public relations, right? The marketing happen just by saying these things, right? I know that Trump he's comedic. And sometimes I think he plays that kind of like silly, dumb role, right? Like when he said Bitcoin made, I'm 1,000% sure, I would like to be, that he knows that Bitcoin is mined. And he's just kind of playing into comedy Trump.
Well, I think it's a play on words because he was big on made in America.
With MAGA, right? Make America great again by making stuff in the USA.
If you buy Trump stuff, like it's ties and stuff, it'll say "Made in America."
Made in the USA.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a play on it. I'm like, I know you know better than that, and I know your team would have been like, don't go out there and say that. But with that being said, we do have to address it, right? So we know that Bitcoin is all about decentralization. For us to have it all mined in the United States would be a type of centralization, which goes against the tenets of Bitcoin, right? So we know that that's not possible. I think, again, what Simon is saying is it is a play on his stance about making America great again, centralizing everything in America. I think he knows about decentralization and the whole point of DeFi, right? So just the public relations marketing. Mm-hmm. If he feels like I can get Bitcoin bolstering, and if I can get Bitcoin bolstering, if I can kind of get it to move by talking, influencing, getting people to mass adopt, especially large capital, these voters, and he's not thinking about Joe Bag of Donuts, but maybe he is. But these people will vote for me. I'll not only have their votes, but I'll have a special kind of super PAC.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Understand, they are trying to get young voters. I know so many of us, we out here, we think that we matter. We think that he's talking to us. Everybody's talking to us. You know, they have a different mindset. They have these plans, and you know, generationally, out 100 years, and they're looking at the people who will be running the United States, who will be running businesses, who will be CEOs of JP Morgan Chase in the future and all that. They're not looking at Jamie Dimon. I mean, Jamie Dimon's a crook. He's going to do what he's going to do until he kicks the bucket, right? He's an old man.
He a demon. He ain't kicking the bucket.
So, but you know, the younger people, they looking at the younger people who have innovation and stuff like that. And so we got to remember they're talking to young people, and young people aren't interested in voting. And that's why they have to bring something to bring them back, right? Because they don't care. They don't care about voting. They don't care.
Well, my other point was, and I don't know if this is true or not true, it's Aaron speculating, Trump has always had a self-interest in everything he does. And again, if he's getting special super PACs sent right to a crypto wallet that he knows the government cannot confiscate, cannot audit, right? Because it hasn't been written in on the way the funds need to be used. Like you can audit a super PAC account or something like that, right? The bank where he gets the money for his campaign reports, maybe, so on and so forth. It's also a way to kind of backdoor something new that he didn't have access to before.
Right, but like he said, you know, it's business as usual. If he wins, if he doesn't.
But these are just points to kind of look at and think about and watch as this event does take place, because whether you participate in the event or not, because you're part of that collective consciousness in the United States, you're taking part in the event. Unfortunately, right? It's an egregor.
And so you have to make the change yourself. You know, like you have to be the one who makes change for you and your family.
Yeah.
And, you know, just take the bull by the horns. Don't matter which one I'm in. You might get a little something here, you might not. But you just got to keep moving. I mean, we've been along a long time through all these presidents all the way back, you know, Jimmy Carter and stuff. That's just I'm speaking for that. But, you know, some people may go further back. But you know what I'm talking about. Much doesn't change. And it doesn't really help you. I mean, you know, I remember.
You were born when Jimmy Carter. He was already gone when I was born.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter, and you know, he got one term, and they got him up out of there. And
he was too kind of socialist. He was a peanut farmer, and he was trying to be above board. I think he was trying to
Reaganomics,
follow a bit of what JFK thought he was going to do. Y'all thought he was going to do. But yeah, then you got Reaganomics. He was an actor.
And then we all know how the plan
it went after that. NWO, because after him was Daddy Bush, right?
Yeah. So
NWO came out around then, and so on and so forth. But
got to make it happen.
Oh, the Colonel's here. Hey, your cousin.
Oh, I thought the Colonel forgot about it.
No, he didn't. For his campaign, I got other bills to pay. Yep, keep Bitcoin to yourself. Nerd Up Inc. But really, when I talk about Bitcoin and crypto, he's soliciting, he's wooing, he's courting. Notice the words I'm using. High capital investors. Oh, my eye just switched. Cousin T. Willine, we can't attack the subs. No, we cannot. If we blow up a nuclear sub and it has radioactive materials on it, it's over. But you don't want to engage with Russia, period, because then China's going to get involved. They're allies. It would be stupid, just by attrition. Even if they didn't have no technology, just hand and foot soldiers would overtake and overrun the entire United States. We don't have enough allies left anymore to even
No, now we want to
be
get
a drop in the bucket.
They don't want to get steamrolled.
No, they
For
don't.
the sake of getting steamrolled.
So let them sit there and you chill out, right? Big bully US, chill the hell out. It would be in their best interest to not engage. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If I was a betting woman, I would imagine that World War III is not going to be a physical war like the wars have been previously. We are now in the digital age. I think, again, that is just a propaganda of war. And if Russia really wanted to put a hurting on the United States, they could do it right there from whatever his White House is digitally. You understand what I'm saying? It would cost less. You don't have to send out a whole bunch of soldiers. I don't believe that World War III is going to be a physical thing. I think it's going to be a digital thing. And I think that digital thing is going to hurt people way more than, unfortunately, a physical confrontation would with just taking the lives. I think it's just going to be miserable and torturous.
I disagree, but
I don't think it's going to be a physical
I think
thing.
it's going to be physical. I don't think it may not happen in our lifetime, though.
Okay.
It may not happen in our lifetime.
Okay.
This thing is going to degrade down to a Book of Eli type of world.
I believe in a post-apocalyptic world, but I don't think that the countries, these large countries, are going to go to war. It's too much for them to lose. And I don't mean Russia or China. I mean the United States. Right? France is our ally. Like, really?
I'm just saying, not in our lifetime, but it's going to happen. It just has to be a part of the reset.
I think God's judgment going to hit before that, y'all.
Well, I don't know.
The Federal Reserve does not like Trump. No, they don't. Hi, Michelle. Hi, cousin Michelle. Thank you so much. No, cousin Jake, it's not Henny. It's apple juice. I don't drink like that. Talking about Henny in that cup.
It's funny though. It's hard to come by Henny here in Mexico.
Oh, it's expensive as hell, cousin Jake. I don't know what's going. Well, I guess because tequila is like water here.
Yeah,
they got to import it.
Every no, not not to be racist or anything, every time we have a black person come visit us, they want to know where the Henny at. I say I got tequila for days on tap, all kind of different
like
tequilas.
Water.
And cats like where the Henny at? Then I got some of my hood brothers talking about where the Crown Royal at, and we're like, what?
Yeah,
I can't find Crown Royal.
Is Crown more expensive than Hennessy? No. I know that white Hennessy is expensive as hell.
No, people ask me for white Hennessy. I said, no, this is...
Yeah, Ikai came.
This is a place of tequila.
And I took him and I said, Ikai, you don't want to pay that price? I don't even know if it's that expensive in the United States. He said it is. It's even more expensive. So I don't know. I wouldn't drink none of that. But I do have apple juice and ice in mine. You didn't drink it.
Get some clear. Yeah, get something clear. I got something that's...
But he said, never mind, Aaron, because that's what's in mine.
Yeah, I got some hot fire that's clear. It's tequila. So y'all will be all right on that one. But yeah, everybody wants some Henny when they come over here. I said, man, I don't drink Henny out, so...
It's really, really unusual. Not unusually, but it's unnecessarily expensive.
Yeah, I haven't had it in many, many years.
Y'all know what else is cheap as hell here? Corona. Corona is also like Coke. Yeah. And tequila is like water here. It's just really, really cheap. I remember when I went home, this is the month my father passed away. So 2-3 years ago, I was home. I was there with my brother, Kevin. Kevin and I go to the supermarket. He said, what you want to drink? We already had a big thing of tequila at the house, thanks to cousin Simon.
Wow, I didn't buy it.
But you told me go and get the tequila. And I got that big, gigantic Hornitos.
Hornitos Plata.
And we go to the supermarket, and a 6-pack of Corona, and this was 3 years ago, 6-pack of Corona was almost $20. I said, this is barely $5 in Mexico. So, nah, we ain't get it. I said, I'll just drink the tequila.
And these cats down here don't even drink it because it's too expensive. And they drink some bullshit, excuse my language.
Tecate, which is even cheaper. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Tecate. They have Dos Equis here. That's pretty good.
That's good.
They have one called Soul. I really like that one. It's like a light. It's like a Michelob Ultra, but cheaper.
Yeah,
because Michelob Ultra is expensive
got
here.
Something in it though.
No. I'm talking about the regular one.
Oh, okay.
Right, like a one you can get in a Coronita if they don't have the Corona.
Oh yeah.
But it's got like it's light like Michelob Ultra, or like a what was the one, the tall cans I used to buy you in Cincinnati, the gold one?
So that's Miller High Life.
Miller High Life, light like that. That's all the beers I can think of. And of course, they got Heineken. Heineken's expensive because they have to import it. I think Michelob they have to import. I've never seen Bud Light.
Nah, you don't see that stuff.
I haven't seen Budweiser here either.
I've seen it, but it's like
far and few in between,
it costs
right?
a lot too. So
what other beer did we used to drink?
I mean, you see Miller Lite, but you see
I have not seen Miller Lite here. I've seen the High Lifes.
Yeah, so
few and far in between. It'd be the big, gigantic, bigger than the tall can, wide. I'm like, what are we doing? But it'd be hot here, so that cold beer go down real nice.
Yeah, so when you come visit us, man, go stop off at the duty-free shop and get the type of liquor.
No, don't go to the duty-free shop. Wait till we come get you at the airport.
If you want Crown Royal, get that Crown Royal.
Oh, get it from the duty-free shop. Yes.
So
but if you're gonna do tequila, just wait till we pick you up. We'll take you to go get something to drink.
Yeah, there we go.
Cousin T Will line. I disagree too. Elon says he wants to keep a majority in Tesla because he doesn't want his bots. He doesn't want the bots used for war machines. I saw that interview too. They're crazy. I don't know. But they're going to use this stuff anyway. During the Ukraine war, remember, they used his Starlink satellite against his wishes, and he just had to go with it. There was nothing he didn't want to, but they made him. Matter of fact, they called him and were like, turn it off, because they wanted to do something secretly. And I think you guys can look that article up. He was tight about it. There's also an interview where he talks about it. When I come out there, I'll bring it with me. Yes. No. Well, you got to check it in your bag. And
no, that's why I said go to duty free.
Well, I'm just telling you, cousin. I'm telling you what it is here. And if there's any Mexicans on here, just telling the truth. If you try to check it in your luggage, Jake Fever, they will confiscate it.
Yeah. Oh, duty free all the way.
They'll confiscate it.
Yeah.
And enjoy it in that back room.
Yeah, you gotta be
Y'all, we went to this restaurant, right? And it's our friend's restaurant. They own a restaurant. Whenever we go, Simon always sits down with our friend, very good friend of ours, and they always have tequila they drink or whatever. Every now and then, though, he's got to take this vow of not drinking for X number of months.
Because of his wife.
Wife me on his ass, right? That's my homegirl. Be on his ass. So one day we go to the restaurant. Simon got a brand new bottle of, I can't remember what it was, but
Cien Años.
Okay. So, he's not there. She's not there. And we were like, oh, okay, we're going to have lunch anyway, even though our friends aren't here, right? Simon has probably like a shot or two. He wasn't even really drinking like that day. Forgets the bottle. We go home. And when we get home, Simon's like, oh, shit, E, I forgot my bottle. I said, okay, I'll drive you and go back and get it. We go back to get the bottle, and the shit's like a quarter left. Was about a quarter left?
It was less than that. I'm like, come on.
So we're looking at the bottom. We're looking at our friends are there now. So it starts the drama, right? Our friends are there now. So we go, we hug them. And Simon goes, you weren't here, but I had a drink. I want us to have a drink. Let's have a drink now, right? And then we'll go about our business. But we already paid our tab and everything. And we'll go about our business. So he was like, sure, I have a drink with you, no problem. He was going to go to the bar because he gives Simon free drinks too. And Simon says, no, I got the drinks this time. So we look at her and we say, we forgot the bottle here. We came and had lunch. We were looking for you guys. You weren't here. We forgot the bottle here. Can you go get it? So the our waitress, she looked nervous, and Simon just nudged me like, what the F was that? I said, I don't know. I ain't like the way she looked either. Brings back a bottle. It's about 3/4 gone. It's barely like a quarter left in the bottle. So we're looking at the bottle. We're looking at each other, and then we look at her. So they're like, what's the matter? Simon said, this is a brand new bottle I bought to share with you. I only had a shot or two. Aaron didn't even have a shot. And it turned into this whole mess. The entire serving staff, the cooks in the front, they were all getting lit off of our tequila. Like, they didn't even be like, hey, your friends came by. That's how audacious they are. Your friends came by and forgot this. I don't know if they thought we weren't going to say anything or mention we were there or mention the tequila we left, or if they think we so rich that it didn't matter. And they ended up having to fire that entire wait staff and the entire cook line, because if they would steal the bottle of tequila, what if Simon left his wallet? What if I left my purse?
They'll steal right from you, the owner of the
Yeah,
restaurant.
so that's the other crazy thing, right? At this restaurant, you'll notice whenever people pay the tab got to go right to either our friends, right? Whether it's the husband or wife, will go right to them. The servers are not allowed to keep the money. They get the cash. The cash goes back to the customer, and then whatever tip they get, they can keep. But we're just telling you how the culture is, cousin Jake. You put things of value in your check luggage and come into Mexico, those things of value will be confiscated.
But they'll be
So wait till you get to the duty
yeah,
free.
they'll be trying to confiscate. They'll try to put some.
And we could tell y'all 1,000 stories
some kind of
about
tax.
theft and lying.
Put some kind of tax on stuff that you bring back as a gift, like bringing back some.
I've only had that problem with the silver.
Bring back some drones though. Talking about you're gonna sell
because
them.
the drones were in the box.
And I say no.
And if the box was unopened, they were worried that I was going to sell it as merchandise.
No, how about they're the presents for my children?
Well, too, I also had to explain to them that stuff y'all do. Y'all get things of value and have to sell it for money. I don't have to do that. And she got mad, right? She was tight. She was like, "Are you being racist?" I sure the fuck am. Okay, that's not what I do for a living. So I'm gonna go on my merry way. I didn't have to pay the tax, but she was so mad. I think she probably called me a nigga bitch in Spanish, which is fine, right? I ain't gonna pay the tax, but she got mad when I said that. We don't do that. Y'all do that. I don't have to sell anything.
You got popping.
But don't put shit in your luggage, cousin Jake, if you come to visit us. And you better bring my Bitcoin baby when you come. Tell Mrs. Fever I said hello, and I hope she's doing well. He said, when I come out there, I will bring it with me. Just put me on the tequila spots. Most definitely, most definitely. Sean said, Pacifico. Are you trying to figure out what part of Mexico we are? We're in central Mexico.
Well, Pacifico is a beer, too.
Is he talking about a beer? I thought he was trying to ask. Oh, I've never heard of Pacifico.
Yeah, it's in there.
Here? Is it like Tecate level?
I've never tasted it, but...
oh, boy, then it's Tecate level, then I'm sure. Have you had Pacifico, Sean? Tell us if that... San Miguel, I haven't had that either. San Miguel? Is that a beer?
Yeah.
Have you tasted it?
No.
When we lived in Costa Rica, was it Presidente?
Costa Rica was...
Modelo? Presidente?
Hold on now.
Because that was good. I liked that.
It was a beer. It was like a black bird on it. It looked like a monarch.
It wasn't like Presidente?
No, El Presidente is Nicaragua.
Okay, that was good when we went there. What about Modelo? Was that Honduras?
I'm pretty sure Modelo is Mexico.
No, it used to be a beer we used to drink. We used to go to that place right by the beach. Remember, she used to do the beans and rice and the chicken. It used to be so good. And she used to give you your beer free. She never gave me my beer free. And I said, if I reach over this counter and choke you. But it's a free beer,
It was yellow and black and red.
But it was a really good beer. Yeah. And I don't know what type of fridge she had, but that shit was ice cold, almost like frozen.
Yeah, that was a good little spot down there in Dominical, and we were early on Dominical because now it is Bitcoin Jungle.
It's Bitcoin Jungle.
Bitcoin Jungle.
But it's also
Dominical, Costa Rica.
It's also the market price is absolutely insane.
And the area of Dominical is a jungle. We talked about that. It's a jungle for real. Like a jungle. Like geographically, this is a jungle. If you've never been to a jungle, this is a jungle, and it's different in the jungle.
It's the Amazon. It's the Amazonian jungle.
Man, it's crazy.
Everything is 16 times bigger than anything you could ever find in Texas, only to be outdone by probably Australia.
It's jungle. You better walk around with your machete.
So cousin Sean said that Pacifico is light and better than all of the ones that I listed. So I'm definitely going to give that a try, cousin Sean. And so cousin Sean, do you do micheladas? So do you like the stuff on the rim? I think it's chamoy. Sometimes they put that nasty chewy chamoy straw in there. I don't let them do that to me. With a little bit of salt and a little bit of lemon, he don't do none of that.
No.
He tells them cerveza sola. Don't put none of that crap. Don't bring me no lemon wedge. Don't bring me a pinch of salt. Just give
Yeah,
me
I
my
don't,
beer.
and I don't drink beer too much
But I
anymore
do like the
anyway.
micheladas too. And it's just like little by little, right? Like don't put too much on the rim, but it's nice to kind of like sip and flavor it a little bit. Especially when you used to take me to a so here, you can sell anything anywhere at any time, including right in front of your house. So around the corner, there's what they call a pop-up. And he's just got it's like a little like a lemonade stand, but it's beer. And he makes these blue vodka drinks. I don't know why he doesn't have tequila or any other liquor, but
It's
it's
cheaper.
it's a blue vodka drink. It's called a is it a tornado or something?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Something.
drink it.
Something to give you a headache because it's probably too sweet to go in the vodka to be chased with the vodka. But the young kids love it. Teeth be blue, tongue be blue, mouth be blue and stuff. Those young kids too, they're not carding anybody. So again, the young
And
kids.
so we old people, man, we don't get into that. We out eating lunch.
No, we used to go to the pop up, but we would sit in our truck. Cause you remember that one time when the guy came, he was talking to you, he was all hanging off, and you
The dude was
like
leaning on the truck.
leaning on the
said,
truck and stuff.
I said, let me go talk to him, man.
I said, "Don't touch me, cause you
I know
gonna
it.
be in trouble."
You
He was
know,
trying
you
to come
know.
over and talk. So,
So,
so I'm gonna have to stiff arm
so
him.
these are some of the little things in your day to day, round and round
Adventures. These are your adventures.
You know, you might have to Mike Tyson somebody from time to time, and people of the community will be on your side.
And most of the time, you don't go to jail.
Yeah,
Most of the
people will
time.
be on your side because the stuff that people are doing are outright.
I had to tell him stop
ridiculous.
doing that though,
Right.
because if you end up in Mexican jail, I don't know that I can stay there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I
And you
don't know
gotta
that I can do it.
You know, little stuff, man. You can't be touching my wife's hair. All this other little stuff, man. Like
Smelling it.
y'all taking it way too far. Man.
He was like, perfumeria. I said, oh, and it's fake, right? So I didn't feel it at first. So I was like, what the hell? One of the times he did not go to jail for serving 2-piece and a biscuit.
Yeah, because the last
Casper
time,
Cooper.
the last time we got out,
Thanks for
we were
joining.
just trying to have a little dinner. We was having some grande tortas grande, where you can get this giant torta and it can feed the whole family. So we were just eating the fan. These guys, these college kids was coming around. He was a little drunk and stuff like that, man. And you know, they tried to take the table. Say, hey, you guys, I got this table for my family. You guys sit back there. And
it's not like it's just a few of us. There's a lot of us
what was
too.
Dude calling me
My brother.
Yeah.
But it sounded too much like my nigga.
He was like my brother. Like
it's just the way he kept saying it, and his girlfriend kept going like this.
And I'm like, what?
I don't want to put my hands on your mouth because I don't.
I said, what is this dude talking about? He's like, my brother, what's up, my brother?
What's
and,
up,
just
brother?
kind of mockingly, and I'm
like very thin line between my brother and my nigga, right? So we were just looking like I said, Simon, he gonna slip, and that N word gonna roll right off his little tongue.
And all to give people a chance, you go to the store owner because he could see it happen.
And he was mad. He was angry because we go there often.
I say, get your boy.
In English.
Get your boy.
In English. And the guy understood the sentiment.
And he took care of him.
He took care of him.
Because he didn't want me to do it.
Casper Cooper, I love Tapache too. So for those of you who don't know what Tapache is fermented pineapple, and it is so good. The problem is you can't measure the level of lit per cup is the problem, right? So you could have Tapache today and be like, oh, okay, I got a little buzz. It was nice. And then you could get that same Tapache tomorrow in the same measurement of cup and be done for the rest of the weekend.
And you know, we talk about our tequila adventures and stuff like that, but we're old school. We go out and get an icy. Get these little
ices, them 25-cent ices used to get back when you were kids.
We get little cups of ice cream.
Yeah, and it's real ice cream. They make it.
Yeah, we don't even go out.
But yes, Casper Cuba, I love Tapache. I can't make a habit of it though, because again, there's no measure to your lit per cup. If Courtney was on here, she would have me cracking up.
Oh, yeah.
She'd be first like, Aaron, I'm coming. I want you to give me a Tapache. On our YouTube channel, there is a video of me getting a michelada. I think I did get a Tapache in that video. Not one that had me done for the rest of the weekend, but it was enough to be like, oh, this is for real. I think it was my first time trying it.
Yeah, I think
so you guys can go on our channel.
Corn vodka, yeah, that one was dope.
But the one where I go to one of the big pop up, not the little pop
Oh,
up,
the guy down the
I got a
street.
michelada, and she gave me the Tapache for free because she wanted
Hmm.
me to taste it. That was the first time I ever tasted it. So you guys can share that experience. It's right on our page. It's pretty funny. I should have taped it that next time I got it
Hmm.
because I was talking incoherently by the time I finished drinking it, and it wasn't that big of a cup. He was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he gotta get you old."
Um,
I think it over fermented. So we didn't take that, but we should have. That was funny. It took me 2 days to kind of get it together. Thank goodness it was a weekend. So by Monday morning, I was like slightly hungover.
there we go.
So Tapache is dangerous. Casper
I
Cooper.
took care of it. Like they say, I mopped it up.
He did. He was about half a step
I mopped
away
it
from
up.
like, do you need me to get you a bag of saline? When we was in the military,
Mm-mm.
and you had too much to drink, the fastest way to get you hydrated was to do a saline drip.
The banana bag, but I can't give out our secret banana
Oh,
bag. Y'all know
okay.
about banana
Apparently,
bags.
30 years later, we ain't allowed to talk about it.
No, no, all my old school combat medics know about banana bags. Y'all know about that, or if you didn't, you received one.
And it was the fastest way to get you back in order, soldier,
Mm-hmm.
or back in order, airman, to do what you needed to do. Um, all adventures, y'all come, y'all gonna have a good time. You gonna have lots of laughs. Um, because we're still, even though we're 7 years in, we're still discovering new silly things every single day. Every day, y'all.
Yeah, and when y'all come, depending on you come, by yourself, you and your significant other. Would you say book a spot at where? Camino Real? What's the other spot?
Yeah, Camino Real. Now, funny
What's the other
story.
spot? No,
Fiesta
no.
Americana.
Yeah, one of those two. And we get you right to the spot, man. It's down there. It's dignitaries down there. You'll feel real special. We'll have you out there popping and gleaming.
For the men who stay in Fiesta Americana, it is Escort Central.
Yeah, if that's what you guys need, man.
So every Friday, because they get paid every other Friday. So every other Friday, all of Mexico gets paid. First and 15th, all of Mexico, streamline. I don't know about the Billies, but um, at 1 o'clock, this big, gigantic Cadillac limo pulls up, and it's about 3 or 4 limos. They'll just keep pulling up, and 5, 6, 7, 8. When I tell you high end, high class escorts start piling into the hotel because they know around 2 o'clock people typically get off of work on that payday and stuff like that. It's lunchtime. The executive men are going to start, and the Fiesta Americana is a 5-star hotel, so it's not like a motel or anything low level like that.
Mm.
So it's pretty funny, right? Fridays we be going to lunch, walking to lunch. When I used to work at the wealth management firm, again, right? Financial advisors, they're making huge commissions, 30, 40, $50,000 commissions and stuff. Not to say they indulged, I'm sure they did. We would be walking to lunch and stuff, and we would just stand there and watch these beautiful high-end women look like $1 million, these girls. Now, granted, they're probably surgically enhanced, as I like to say, but you don't see women like them every day. So you don't have any choice. Even as a woman, I got to stand there and just admire, like, y'all some high class
I hear in
hoes.
Mexico.
None of them obviously black. I won't tell that story.
But yeah, anyway, those are good hotels to
Yeah.
get to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got you.
Stick with the Camino Real though if you don't want all of that smoke.
Unless you want, that's what you
Unless you want that smoke. But the Camino Real now is, so Fiesta Americana is more contemporary, like a Sheraton or a Ritz Carlton, which is also not too far away.
Yeah, that.
But the Camino Real has a old world kind of vibe, and this is where all the dignitaries, the government people, the Billies, they're gonna go to the Camino Real. They have a beautiful tequila world. It is ginormous. So every Friday after work, I would go there and buy a different bottle. I took my husband on a tequila journey. So once a month, not every Friday, I would make sure I got him a different tequila to try. So Centenario,
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
Maestro Doble, We did all of the reposados. I would just buy him a different tequila. It was pricey, but just a nice little bond because I was away from him
Yeah.
working at the wealth management firm. They also have beautiful bars and restaurants in there. The rooms are really well done. They're much larger than the Fiesta Americana because, again, it's an older hotel. So
Yeah, yeah.
everything it's great for like weddings, right? If you have a wedding party or something coming, you definitely use the Camino Real. Fiesta Americana, the rooms are going to be smaller, more contemporary.
Got it. So, or Ritz Carlton, something like that. But
And down there where the Ritz Carlton is and the Sheraton, that's where Max Kaiser and Stacy typically come for conferences. And they typically are speakers at conferences at least once a
the
year.
Ritz Carlton.
Yes, at the Ritz Carlton. One year it was at the Sheraton. I think they couldn't book the Ritz Carlton or something.
No, Capitalist was at the Sheraton 1 year.
Maybe it was Max was the speaker.
Yeah.
For his gig. That's why I think I remember it because we went down there.
Yeah, down to buy the area.
Yeah, Cryptonomics was supposed to meet us down there and didn't. Shout out to Cryptonomics. We were there. We were waiting for you. But yeah, we went to Andrew. That's why I was like, it was at the Sheraton. It wasn't at the Ritz Carlton. But we didn't go to the Ritz Carlton event. Yeah. That was by the time we tried to register, it was sold out.
And kids and all that.
Great stories.
Let's read it. I'm getting on out of here.
That's it. Great stories. So it's already an hour and 20. I lied when I said we were going to keep it short, but we just wanted to kind of share that news with you guys. Your president wants Bitcoins made. He wants all the coins made in America, like Chuck E. Cheese coins. And I think that the election is interesting to watch, especially from an anthropological standpoint, just to see how people behave. I want to see what adoption is going to take place between now and November.
When we go in adoption, all right, and I'm gonna cut her off right here because she didn't go on a rant, so I'm gonna make her do the rant on Friday. So I wanted to leave.
I don't want to do the rant. It's a good rant to have, but it's just the rhetoric.
Let's do it though. Let's do it. And I want to start here and leave off. Where's all my chucks and pearls? Where are y'all? Where y'all at?
Here.
Y'all real quiet right now. It's chucks and pearls, all this stuff, all this bullshit.
That's why he wanted me to do the rant because he's mad at women.
I ain't mad at women. I'm like, this is
my
bullshit.
Rant is about some of the rhetoric with women.
And so let's get it out there. Chucks and pearls. That's what we was talking about. Vote for your sorority sister. Right? Do all that. She's gonna help us.
He said, "In Chucks and Dickies, we trust."
Right. Yeah, I love Chucks and Dickies. That's them homies out there, Chucks and Dickies.
I feel like there should be a pause at the end of all of this.
Dub C. Shout out to friend of the show, Dub C.
Not Dub C.
Dub C. Shout out to Dub C.
But we love y'all, cousins. Yeah. I'll try to start the show with my rant on Friday. I don't know that I'll have the passion for it with all the hate mail I'll be getting from my fellow women. And I'm not ever trying to shame anybody. I am trying to course correct some of the foolishness that y'all be saying that isn't true. But we'll do course correction first.
Yeah, I want to read that letter too. Start the show off with that letter.
with the email.
Yeah, start
he wanted because they don't like. They think that I worship him.
Too traditional.
They think that I worship my husband and that he controls me. He's overly controlling. What else do they think?
Nothing. I don't control nothing. I'm so hands off. You won't even know I'm around sometimes.
And what else did they say?
But yeah, I want to.
But I give you too much. I give you too much credit for my own magic.
Oh,
but okay. I don't. I'm a writer, right? I'm a published author. I have written and published 4 books. I'm a researcher. This is like embedded in me. I always cite my source. I never come on here and sound like I'm the smartest person in the room when I know good and daggone well that I learned this information from party A, B, or C. Y'all know I always cite my sources.
Yeah,
I cannot sit on this show as Queen Erin, right? First family of Bitcoin. Like, this was my thing when my husband had to teach me everything in order to become a subject matter expert, in order to sit on the show as Queen Erin. And that's the disconnect that I don't, if my mentor was if my financial mentor, my economic mentor was a different gentleman, I think it would be okay. But I don't know why they hated that my mentor is my husband.
No,
And
because in my opinion, they take it as all encompassing. You know, if you're talking about financial, this is the mentorship financially, economically, fine, right there, it stops there. We're not talking about every facet of your life. Have I mentored you? I was
no,
like, no, how could I possibly?
no.
You know, but they just mix that in like, no,
Yes.
no,
They
no,
mix it
no.
all in like everything I am is, and I said, no, no, no.
If you are an author, a published author, I did not mentor you in writing,
No,
right?
no.
Exactly. So it's like it's not all
But when I
encompassing.
get on shows, when I do other interviews, it is to me, right, when people are asking you your journey, it's important that I give him his credit, right? I have to cite my source. Like I wouldn't know any of this stuff if my husband didn't mentor me, if my husband didn't teach me these things. And it's such a complicated
Boring.
subject matter that it required a huge amount of mentoring, hours and hours and hours and hours, in order for me to sit here without notes, without a notebook, to talk to you guys about the realm of things that we talk about for 168 shows, an hour, 2 hours at a time. So I don't know why they don't like that. I don't know. I said, so, they just think he controls too much and this, that, and the third. And he's the head of the household,
Yeah, man. We
right? I
like
am his
to.
partner,
Yeah, we like
but
the Black Max and Stacy. You know, I'm here for levity
yeah.
and stuff like that. But I can, you know, get very specific when need be.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is how it goes. This is that's all it is. That's all it is.
Well, he's the head of the household, one. I'm his business partner, two. But we've been married for 23 years, not 23 months, 23 years. His track record of making good decisions is exceptionally high, right? So when he makes a decision, a lot of times, and I'm not the type of woman who needs control, and that's an issue. I hear a lot of, like, when I have these type of conversations in women forums, they don't like to hear that. I don't need to be in control of a situation. We leverage each other's strengths and weaknesses. When he realizes, okay, this is Aaron's wheelhouse, he'll just lean back and say, all right, E, you got this. And when I know that he's going to take care of it, I don't have to be in control. I am not a woman who is going to compete with her man. And I'm also extremely intelligent. I am so intelligent that I do understand that in my relationship, it just so happens that my husband is smarter than me. There is nothing wrong with me admitting that. I actually utilized it as a resource, which makes me equally as smart.
The funny thing about it is, though,
So,
funny thing about it is that it comes and goes in waves. So,
what does that mean?
like, smarter when, smarter then, smarter now. Like, it's such a ridiculous argument, in my opinion. Like, because it just comes and goes. I'm getting old. Sometimes I forget stuff. I ask Aaron,
Where,
how many times y'all seen me on this show and I ask Aaron, what's the word for that? How
right, but
many
a
times
lot
you
of the
say
stuff
that?
that you asked me that you forgot, you initially taught me. So it's just a bad feedback loop.
It's a good feedback loop. I need somebody to
Well, when I
remind
say,
me.
okay, it's a
Yeah,
feedback loop.
somebody remind me what I said before. You said, yeah, you said this, and I said, yeah, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
So it's silly to argue over it
yeah.
because I call Erin all the time, like, hey, what's the name of that and then she'll be like, and she'll pop in with the answer. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I knew that the whole time. I just didn't know
Well,
that
that's
second.
forgetting and being in a relationship. One is going to be smarter than the other. That's just how it flies in this relationship. It's you, and that don't bother me one bit. I'm humble enough to say I'm gonna use that resource so that I can get better at what I want to do.
Yeah, and I do the same thing. If I need a Bible verse that I can't quite
Yeah,
get
spiritually.
it. I want the quote right. I got to go to Erin. Like, hey, what
Yeah.
was that quote? And she'll give me the
So
right.
when it
I say,
comes
yeah,
to
I got that.
spiritual
Yeah,
matters, the Bible, how the universe is set up and designed, what we should be doing as divine feminine, that's part of my rant. What men should be
yeah, that's
doing
her
as
thing.
divine masculine, I am as strong in that as he is in finance and economics. So that's my wheelhouse. Um, that my
That's why I want
grandmother
her to.
mentored me
That's why I
in
want her to
as a
rant on.
child.
And she's holding off, and I'm like, Just go ahead and let
I'm
them
gonna do it because I never know where these lives end up or where clips of it end up when it goes out into the ether, right? What we call the internet. So I do want to do it so we can course correct and set some terrible, terrible rhetoric straight. I do want to have that conversation. It's a little bit longer than we feel like going into today, but you know, these same women who need the course correction get angry when they see the way things are done in a more traditional sense, right? And I'm not saying that we're right and we do things right. And I'm saying that the way I do things gives me significant beneficial outcomes.
don't go into it
I
yet,
won't go
man.
into the rant, but I'm just saying the way we do
You're about
things
to go there.
gives us significant beneficial outcomes. And we just want to share it with others who are frustrated with the outcomes or lack thereof that they're experiencing. So, two, if I wear something on the internet that I don't like, I'm not sending nobody no email. I just keep scrolling. I don't know why
Hey,
I gotta get I get all the smoke, and I don't know why.
hey, thank you,
He said,
Elwood.
"Praise that man.
Thank
That's my
you.
baby. I love him. Y'all know I love me some him." Elwin, I think that's a problem too. I don't know what that's about, but it's a problem when I say that. Tony Braxton said it first. Ain't nobody say nothing. No, she wasn't talking about
Yes,
Birdman,
she
but
was. What happened to that
he said it needs
boy?
to be seen how genuine and effortless it is. Now, it's a lot of effort, L1L, cousin L. Don't ever mistake that. It's a hella effort. It's a lot of work, but it is genuine.
Now she trying to overtalk it.
It's genuine. I put a lot of effort into you.
She's trying to make it seem like the most.
It is a lot of effort. Don't explain for not being dysfunctional. I won't. I won't. And we're not perfect, but we do the best we can. And we just want to share. And we share our failures too. We don't even be on here, like, oh, we perfect and we get everything right. We be on here talking to y'all about our failures, failure to launch, mess ups, mishaps. So, it's all in love. I'm glad that you guys absolutely love the show. There were 48 people in the room at the height of the show. There's now 44 because I was wrapping it up, so people were logging off.
Yeah.
But we will be back on Friday, 7-ish, like the gentleman, right? 7-ish.
I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm supposed to have salmon for dinner.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to have salmon. Let me go put the salmon on and put this plate together, y'all. I love y'all. Bye.
Alaskan cod.
Mamba. Mamba out.
Nambla.
Not Nambla.